Acta de Proclamación de la Independencia del Pueblo Filipino, the Act of Proclamation of Independence of the Filipino People. The National Historical Institute, 1997. Documents of 1898, Declaration of the Philippine Independence. The Malolos Constitution and the First Philippine Republic. Background of the author. Ambrosio Rianzares Bautista is the author of Proclamation. He studied law at the University of Santo Tomas and earned his degree in 1865 at the age of 35 years old. He was a lawyer and the first advisor of Emilio Aguinaldo in 1898, elected President of Revolutionary Congress in Tarlac on July 14, 1899. He was a leader appointed judge of the Court of the First Instance of Pangasinan. Ambrosio Rianzares Bautista became a member of La Liga Filipina, Cuerpo de Compromisarios en la Propaganda. He was also present during that time when the proclamation was being contemplated and contrary to the common belief. It was him with the Philippine flag on June 12, 1898. He also wrote the Act of Declaration of Independence during the time where there was the fight between Filipinos and the Spaniards in various places. And the act was written to encourage and motivate more Filipino people to fight against the Spaniards to proclaim the freedom, independence, and sovereignty of the Philippines. Historical background of the documents. The document tackled about Spanish era. During 1896, the Philippine Revolution began. The Filipinos fought hard for their freedom after being under the rule of Spain for a long period, experiencing a lot of inequalities such as arbitrary arrests and abuses of civil guards, trial without hearing, unjust deportation of mysterious Filipinos. Filipino are tired of wearing the ominous joke of the Spanish domination. At that time, Spanish-American War began. The Americans found an alliance from the Filipino rebel in order to fight the Spaniards. Result of U.S. intervention in Cuban War of Independence. U.S. attacked Spain's Pacific possession, which led to the involvement in the Philippine Revolution. Commodore George Dewey aboard the USS Olympia sailed from Hong Kong to Manila Bay and led the Asiatic Squadron of U.S. Navy. And then, the Battle of Manila Bay started. Emilio Aguinaldo decided to return to the Philippines and help Americans to defeat the Spaniards. Important terms or concepts and their meanings in relation to the content of the documents. Dictatorial government. Dictatorship is a government or a social situation where one person makes all rules and decisions without input from anyone else. Dictatorship implies absolute power where one person takes control of political situation. On May 24, 1898, Aguinaldo formally established a dictatorial government which nullified the orders under the authority of the Biak na Bato Republic. Revolutionary government. A revolutionary republic is a form of government whose main tenets are popular sovereignty, rule of law, and representative democracy. Aguinaldo decided to establish a Filipino government in the wake of his military victories. Mariano Ponce preferred for the establishment of revolutionary government. Came after 1 month of dictatorial government. Through decree on June 23, 1898, the revolutionary government was formed where 4 departments were created. Department of Foreign Affairs, Navy and Commerce. Department of War and Public Works, Department of Police and Internal Order, Justice, Education and Hygiene. Department of Finance, Agriculture and the Manufacturing Industry. The Malolos Constitution created a Filipino state whose government was popular, representative, and responsible. It specifically provided the safeguards against abuses and individual rights, not only of Filipinos but also the aliens. Misconception in the Philippine history. Emilio Aguinaldo was the one who wrote the Declaration of Independence and the wave flag of Philippines during proclamation of independence in Cavite, where in fact it was Ambrosio Rienzares Bautista.
Viejo, lalawigan ng Cavite, ngayong ika-12 ng Hunyo, 1878 sa harap ko, Don Ambrosio Rienzares Bautista, Auditor de Guerra at sadyang komisyonado na itinalaga upang ipahayag na at parangalan ang tanging araw na ito ng pamahalaang diktatorial sa Pilipinas ayon sa karatas ng kataas-taasang diktador Don Emilio Aguinaldo Infami. Tayong mga nagkakatipon, nagsilagda sa iba nito ay pinahayag natin ngayon at pinasisinayan sa pangalan ng buong Pilipinas ang ating karapatang makapamuhay ng malaya at nagsasarili, hiwalay at kalag na kalag sa kapangyarihan ng Espanya. At ngayon, hawak ko na ang watawat na aking winabagayway sa harap nitong kapulungan at nanunumpa naman tayong lahat ng buong taimtim na ito'y mamahalin at ipagtatanggol hanggang sa kauli-uli ang patak ng ating dugo